StudioHouse.com.
Okay students, in our previous class we have studied about the entropy, how to apply the entropy formula, okay, how to calculate entropy in different entropy in the different process. Okay, there were lot of formulas were there. It was very difficult to memorize, but after going through this lecture I think you have understood what from where they came and how it is easy to apply them now. Okay, now as a continuity to that lecture, okay, we are going to continue that lecture. So before continuing, I want that all of you should press like button. Do it immediately. Okay, done. Let's start. Now here entropy. In this topic we are going to study about the entropy change. Entropy change in physical change. Okay, entropy change in physical process or physical transformation. Okay, what we will write it as a physical transformation. Okay, otherwise transformation. If you feel very difficult, simple, we will write it as a phase change. What it is called as phase change. We are going to study in this topic. Today we are going to study two more topics. Okay, what is my plan? Our first topic is this one. Okay, and some formulas, some scientist related. Okay, some formulas we are going to study, and at the last I am going to give you some numericals. Okay, I am going to give you some numerical related to the entropy, so that we can stop the entropy here. Then we can start with the next topic, Gibbs free energy, from the next lecture hopefully. Okay, so it depends upon if I will be able to cover this topic or not. This is my plan for the day. Okay, so formulas related to, already that was different process formulas we have studied, and here we are going to study some formulas which are named after the scientist. Okay, so those formulas we are able to do it now, and entropy change in physical transformation. After that, some best numericals I have selected and given you for solving, where now it will be easy for you to solve. Okay, once you go through all these formulas. Okay, so first of all, what is phase change? Phase change is very simple. Everybody know. Normally a solid normally what happens, a solid is converted into liquid. Okay, and liquid is converted into gas. Solid is converted into liquid, liquid is converted into gas. Some people are there, they are very lucky enough, they will not see liquid phase, they directly convert into gas. Okay, so solid to liquid, this process is called as what? Melting. What this is process is called as melting. And liquid to solid also possible, that is called as a freezing. What it is called as? Freezing. And liquid to gas, this is there are two types of process. If it occurs on its own, then it is called as a vaporization. If a liquid automatically, okay, vaporization. If a liquid automatically converts from liquid to gas, then it is called vaporization. Otherwise, if we have to give heat, then it is called as a boiling. Okay, both appear to be very same, but they are different. It is a non-spontaneous process. Sorry, it is a spontaneous process, it is non-spontaneous process. Here extra force is required. Okay, any process which is carried out with extra force, then it is called as a non-spontaneous process. Okay, here we are giving extra heat. Okay, then it takes place on its own. Understood? Now sometimes gas can be converted to the liquid, then it is called as a condensation. Then it is called as condensation. These are all called as what? Phase change. Now if a solid is able to convert directly without being converted into liquid, then it is called as a sublimation. What it is called as? Sublimation. Okay, and sometimes this is also possible. Okay, then it is called as a desublimation. What it is called as? Desublimation. Otherwise sometimes it is also called as a condensation. Okay, but this is not much important. So these are the physical changes. Okay, phase changes. Now this will take place at the freezing point. This will take place at what temperature? Freezing point. And this will take place at the boiling point. And this will take place at, everybody know this and everybody know this. You should know this. Okay. This is called this is below melting point. Okay. Actually, why it happens? These are the substances whose boiling point is less than the melting point. Okay. So normally that does not happen. Every substance, 99% of the substance have melting point less than the boiling point. But there are very few substances like iodine, camphor, okay, they are phenolphthalein, okay. There are certain substances which can directly, whose melting point is more and boiling point is less. So before they reach to the melt, they boil. Okay, solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Here it takes place up to this. It is at equilibrium. It is at equilibrium at freezing point. It is at equilibrium at boiling point. Below this it will be below the freezing point only one direction. Okay. Below the freezing point liquid to solid is happening. Above the freezing point only solid to liquid. Below the melting point, boiling point, only gas to liquid. Above the boiling point, liquid to gas. Likewise, this is the physical process. This is what? Physical process. Okay. So for this only we are going to study. We are going to study about the entropy change of physical transformation or entropy change of physical phase change. Okay. So I will try to give you formulas as well as graph is very important. People are not able to understand how that formula came, what formula, when we should apply. That I am going to cover it through the graph. Then you will be feeling very easy to solve the numericals up to where you have to consider. Lot of formulas are there, which formula to be applied and up to where. There are sequence of formulas. Okay, that I am going to cover it now. So I think you have made a note of it. Just make a note of it. Okay, as I told you, there are three processes. Okay, solid, solid to liquid, liquid to gas. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so when a substance converts from the solid to liquid, then it is considered as a fusion, entropy of fusion. What is this process is called as? Entropy of fusion. Okay, liquid to gas, this is called as entropy of vaporization. And this from here to here, this is called as entropy of sublimation. Okay, so it is solid to liquid, it is entropy of fusion, liquid to gas, entropy of vaporization, solid to gas, entropy of sublimation. Okay, so everything was clearly already told to you in the previous screen. Understood? Now we are into the next screen where we will be studying about the formulas. Okay, entropy of fusion is equal to enthalpy. What is this? Enthalpy of fusion. Enthalpy is always determined for 1 mole. Okay, amount of heat change during transformation of 1 mole of liquid to the solid to the liquid is called as enthalpy of fusion. And what temperature I told you? That's why previous screen is very important. If you have not made it notes, then just go back and make that notes. Okay. So here entropy of freezing temperature, enthalpy of fusion. Same way entropy of vaporization is equal to enthalpy of vaporization by boiling point. Same way entropy of sublimation is equal to enthalpy of sublimation by sublimation temperature. This is how we will calculate. We can substitute it here, we can substitute it here, we can substitute it here. Is it understood? So make a note of it. Then it will be this is going to be useful It is not that these are last. Like that, I will be giving you two different important formulas. Okay, so they are scientists named formulas. That's why they are very important. To stay with me and how to understand, how to apply. It is not everywhere you will apply. These are to be predetermined, added to some formulas. Then after this, some formulas will come. That I will explain through the graph. Okay. So make a note of it, make clear notes. It is not some entertaining media that you will be feeling very difficult to note down. Okay, you have to take pain, then only you will gain marks. Understood? So after noting this, then I will go to the next screen. So I will be explaining while parallelly drawing the graph. Okay. So here on the x-axis I am taking temperature. On y-axis I am taking the absolute entropy. Normally we will find delta S, but here I am calculating or I am drawing the graph for absolute. Okay. Not change in entropy. It is entropy value. So entropy of a perfectly crystalline solid at absolute zero is zero. Okay, this is what we are going to study from the third law of thermodynamics. What is third law of thermodynamics? A perfectly crystalline solid. What is perfectly crystalline solid? Where suppose after plus this should be minus, after this minus, after plus minus, plus minus. Likewise, there should not be any defect. Nowhere after plus another plus should not come, and the distance between them should be exactly same. Then that is called as a perfectly crystalline solid. Okay, entropy of a perfectly crystalline solid at absolute zero is zero. Okay, so here entropy of a perfect crystalline solid at absolute zero is zero. Then what happens, as temperature increases, then molecule kinetic energy will increase, then molecule will start randomness. Okay, so they will slowly increases, and at certain temperature there will be steep rise. What is this? Steep rise. The temperature is constant, but entropy suddenly zoom, it will become increase. Okay, after some time again, still if you are continue to heat, again slowly increases, and at certain temperature again what? Zoom. Okay, then again start increasing. Okay, actually this is what? Solid state. And what is this? Liquid state. And what is this? Gaseous state. Is it understood? So this temperature where sudden transformation, phase transfer takes place, there will be sudden change in the entropy. Here still solid only, but entropy slowly will increase. That's why this gradual variation in entropy. Wherever you find sudden change in entropy, that first is called as a melting point. Okay, where you will find the second sudden change, that is called as a boiling point. Is it understood? And in some solids there are one more graph also possible. Like this, there can be more than below melting point only, there can be some changes. Like this, suppose this is melting point, before that also this type of sudden variation are possible. Okay, advanced level question. If that below melting point, if that transformation takes place, that is called as a transition. What it is called as? Transition. Transition means it is being converted from one allotropic form to another allotropic form, like diamond to graphite. Okay, graphite to what do you call, charcoal, coal. So like that there will be sudden change. See, in diamond what you will find? You will find the all carbon atom exactly in systematic. In graphite you will find, but they are not that much systematic. One carbon is very weakly attached to it. In coke and charcoal you will never find any proper arrangement. Okay, so sometimes don't get avoided that always first will be melting point. Sometimes it is possible if there are phase transition from one crystalline allotrope to another crystalline allotrope, crystalline to amorphous. So like that there can be changes. Understood? So these are the normal value I am telling you as per the mains examination, as per the MSET examination, as per the KSET examination, as per the NEET, I am telling you, these are the possible. Other than this, before this, there are certain more also possible, that is due to change in crystalline form or from crystalline to amorphous form. Okay. So is it understood? Now here you should think that this is at equilibrium. There is no continuous variation. Here also at equilibrium. Okay. So solid, liquid, gas. This is the entropy variation with respect to temperature. What variation? Entropy variation with respect to temperature. Okay. So for future, for explanation, further explanation, I will take A, B, C, D, E, F. Remember, okay, B to C equilibrium, D to E equilibrium, A to B continuous variation, C to D continuous variation, E to F continuous variation. Then after that I will write the formula. Up to here what is the formula, up to here what is the formula, up to here what is the formula, above this what is the formula. Like that different formulas you have to apply. Okay. So A to B, I will write it here. A to B, it is only solid. Okay. And B to C, B to C is what? Melting point. And C to D, it is in liquid. Okay. And D to E, D to E boiling point, and E to F, E to F gas. Okay. So is it understood? Gas, liquid, solid, gradual variation, melting point, boiling point, steep variation, sudden variation, zoom variation. Okay. So that I am going to use it and I will derive the formula. Okay. I will give you one example, daily useful life example. What is that? Water example. Okay. Okay, this is the total entire formula. Okay. So I will just draw the graph here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. Solid, liquid, gas. Now let us take 0 to, this is what temperature it is? Boiling, melting point. Okay. 0 to melting point. Continuous variation. What variation? Continuous variation. So 0 to Tm. Continuous variation. Cp of solid. Okay. What is Cp? Molar heat capacity, specific molar heat capacity at constant pressure, okay, of solid. Like H2O, if we take, what we should take? We will take the Cp of ice here, understood? And this is going to be minus 273.13 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, 0 Kelvin to 273 Kelvin. Here, molar heat capacity of ice. Here what will be the temperature that time? That temperature will be the melting point. Okay. And dt. Same way. Now at this place, this is the formula for this. This is at equilibrium. Okay. This formula we have to use only reversible isothermal equilibrium. Okay. See here, this is reversible or not? At melting point only reversible, not before that, not after that. That's why I clearly told you when I wrote the first screen, below melting point this will be the process, above melting point this will be the process, at melting point both will be at equilibrium. Okay. So only for this duration of this line, this is the entropy change. Okay. After that, solid to liquid. This is the formula. Now it is converted into liquid. Now we cannot use this formula. Cp of solid is different. Cp of liquid is different. Cp of liquid by T and delta T integration. Why? Because small variation, regular variation, continuous variation. Again this one. For this again equilibrium. So this is the formula. From here to here, this is the formula. From here to here, this is the formula. Is it understood? Any doubt about this? Then once after boiled, it is completely converted into gas. So now it is gas. So Cp of gas into T. Okay. So I will take an example of water along with the graph and I will tell you the formula also. Okay. So make a note of it. Note down and note down. Okay. Okay, suppose if you want to find out entropy of H2O, absolute entropy of H2O, at I will take as 120 degrees Celsius. What degree Celsius? 120 degrees Celsius is question mark. Okay. So now from where I should start? Minus 273. Okay. So I will write 273 plus 120. How much it is? 393 Kelvin. Am I correct? If not correct, you make it as a correct. Okay. So first I will start from the 0 Kelvin. Okay. 0 Kelvin to what Kelvin? 273 Kelvin. Okay, for easiness I am taking it as a 273.13 actually, but I will take it as a 273. Okay, now I will write Cp of what? Ice divided by T, this 273 into dt. Okay, so this is corresponding to the graph from 0 to ice, and this line I wanted or not. For that this is reversible. So delta H fusion, enthalpy of fusion of what? Ice divided by what is the freezing point? It is 273. Okay, freezing point. Then this is for solid to ice. Then liquid, it is now converted into liquid. So this 273 will be here and boiling point will be 373. Okay, so up to boiling point now this will be Cp. And Cp of what we will take? Liquid divided by T and dt. Is it understood? So that means we are covered up to here. What is this? 373, this is 273, this is liquid, this is solid. Now what is required at, there will be sharp increase or not? For that sharp increase, what is the formula? Delta in place of FUS, what it will be? Vaporization. Enthalpy of vaporization of liquid water or liquid water divided by, here it is going to be 373 Kelvin. Then after that 373 to whatever the temperature it is given, 393. Now what you will write? Cp. Cp of what? Gas you will write, solid, liquid, gas divided by T, and it is dt. Is it understood? Suppose the question is only about the 70 degrees Celsius. Then where you will stop? From 0 degree up to here it is okay. Okay. And here 273 to 273 plus 70. Whatever the value up to here only you will find out. Okay. This is the maximum formula you will be required. Beyond this you are no more required. But you may require a part of that. Okay. Sometimes they may ask you what is the entropy change from 30 degrees Celsius to 270 degrees Celsius. So where you will start? At 30 degrees Celsius liquid. So from here you will start. From 30 degree to 100 degree, at 100 this one, and from 100 to further 270 degrees Celsius. Like that you have to calculate. A part of the formula you should be able to select. Will you be able to select? Are you sure? Because I am going to give you numericals also, okay, in the same session. Okay, what was my first promise? First promise is about the entropy change in phase change. That topic I have completed. What is the next promise? And your promise, you should like the video. Have you done? Very bad, not yet done. Do it fast. Now we will do for the next one. What is the next one? Second. What is the second? I told you formulas. What? Formulas. Okay. So that is a top secret is going to get revealed. Okay, first formula we are going to study is Clausius-Clapeyron's equation. What is the first one? Clausius-Clapeyron equation. What it gives? It will give you the information about the variation of vapor pressure, okay, with respect to temperature. Suppose this is a liquid gas equilibrium. What is this? Liquid H2O liquid, H2O gas, okay, and at temperature T1 the vapor pressure of this equilibrium mixture is, let us take P1. Vapor pressure of this equilibrium mixture is P2 at T2. This equilibrium mixture vapor pressure is P1 at temperature T1. Equilibrium mixture is at pressure P2 when temperature is T2. Okay, and during this reaction, the whatever the enthalpy, that is called as the enthalpy of vaporization. What it is called as enthalpy of vaporization, amount of heat required for converting 1 mole of liquid into the gas at its boiling point. Understood? So after the boiling point, when temperature changes, there will be change in pressure also. Okay, so that equation, that relation is given by the Clausius-Clapeyron equation. What is Clausius-Clapeyron equation? I think it is clear now. It gives the relation between vapor pressure of a equilibrium mixture, vapor pressure with respect to temperature, which says log P2 by P1. If you want ln, this 2.303 is not required. Okay, and here vaporization energy, so R will be, what will be the units? 8.314. you will write R value when you substitute enthalpy of vaporization in joules. If it is in kilojoules, then you should convert by the 1000, divided by the 1000. Otherwise, you can do it, you can change it into the joules. That is the best method. You substitute enthalpy of vaporization in joules, and R value will, you can write it as 8.314. Temperature, you must make sure that it should be in Kelvin. Okay, so Clausius-Clapeyron equation, is it understood? Now we are going to study one more important rule or formula, you can say, or rule you can say. Okay, just make a note of it. Okay, here is, we are in the next rule, Troughton's rule. Okay, Troughton's rule is applicable for the entropy of vaporization. Entropy of vaporization, delta S VAP, entropy of vaporization. Okay, so normally it is observed that it is applicable only for the liquids, only for the liquid which neither associates nor dissociates. Associates and dissociate means, let us take an acid. What it will do? It will dissociate HA and H positive and A minus. For them it is not applicable. Okay, and suppose if you take the benzoic acid in benzene, acetic acid in benzoic acid is the best example. Okay, so this is the benzoic acid. I will write it here only. So this is the dissociation. For dissociation it is not applicable. For association also it is not applicable. What is association? I will tell you with one live example. This is 1 mole of carboxylic acid. Okay. Now this is the another mole of carboxylic acid. What is this? This is another mole of carboxylic acid. So both of them are associated to form one molecule. So the molecule neither associate nor dissociate. Then Troughton's rule is applicable, and it should be in which state? Liquid state. Then entropy of vaporization, delta S vaporization, is constant, and it can be taken as how much? 87.3 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. For 1 mole, these many joules of entropy change will be taking place during the vaporization. Understood? So this is the Troughton's rule. Okay. So now we will be doing some numericals related to the entropy. Are you ready for that? So now what is my third promise? Third promise is about the numericals. Okay. So by the time we have completed almost all topics of entropy. Okay. So let's start with the numericals. Numericals of entropy. Okay, students, now we are discussing some questions, important questions of entropy. Okay, and most of the students in thermodynamics feel problem in numericals only because they have problem in selecting the formulas, which word means what and which word is to be used seriously, which word is to be neglected, by which word, which formula is directed, that is only the main problem students are facing. Okay, so in this chapter especially, not only theory, along with the theory, questions also required. What is required? Questions also required. Until unless you are strong at concept and applying that concept towards the solving questions, if we are not doing both, then it is very difficult. In the theory, if you study, then you may feel that you are understanding, but applying theory, especially this chapter, the main problem in this chapter is very difficult to apply the concepts learned to the different type of questions. Okay, every word makes a important. Isothermal, one formula. Adiabatic, another formula. Reversible, another formula. Irreversible, another formula. Expansion, another formula. Compression, another formula. For per mole, one formula. 2 mole for one formula. Likewise, if it is a real gas, another formula. Ideal gas, another formula. So like that, you should practice more and more questions. Okay. So today we are doing questions based on the specially entropy. Okay, this is also previous year question. So if you select the previous year question, then it is easy to understand what direction we have to prepare. Okay, so here he is asking entropy change. Okay, entropy change. What is the question? What entropy change in involved isothermal? So isothermal means delta T is equal to 0. Reversible, very important. Expansion, okay, and ideal gas. These are the three terms very important for selecting the formula. What is important? Selecting formula. These are the three words: isothermal, reversible expansion of ideal gas. Okay. So then what you will do, you will select the formula according to these values. Okay. So according to these values, you will select the formula. Then you can try out. I have given you sufficient explanation and hint, then listen to my explanation. Okay, the formula for entropy change. Entropy change for isothermal reversible expansion of ideal gas. Okay, isothermal means, and if it is an ideal gas and process is carried out reversible. So these are all the keywords which are used in the work also. Okay, so this is the formula. I have given you the formula also. At least now you can apply this formula. Okay, so let me tell you N. What will be the N? 2 mole. Okay, here what you will substitute in this place, you will substitute 2, and R value you should look at the options. See, joules, everywhere it is joules. Then what you will write? 8.314, and log V2. V2 is very simple here, 100. Okay, V1 is how much? 10. So log 10, this is going to be log 10, and by the time you should by heart the log 10, at least log 10, log 2, log 3. Okay, these are the three things you have to remember. Log 10, four things, not three things, four things. Log 1, log 10, log 3. Okay, log 2 and log 3. So how to identify, how to find out the log values without any log table? There is a video lecture, you can go through that. Okay, so if required, I will give you that video lecture details also. Understood? Log 1, log 10, log 2, log 3. By using them without using a log table, you need not to understand any log table, use any log table. Directly by using them, you can find out the log values of most of the 99.9%, sometimes 100%. Okay, you can find out the log values. For that, a separate lecture is made, keeping in view of NEET and IIT people with less knowledge in the mathematics. Okay. So on substituting and simplifying, you will get answer in what? Joules, because R value we are substituted as a what? 8.314. Okay, if you substitute and simplify, then you will get Option D as a correct. What is correct answer? If I substitute all values, then I will get 38.3 joule mole in mole Kelvin inverse. Okay, so this is the answer. Is it understood? Okay, here is another question. Molar heat capacity Cp. Cp is given of CD2O. Okay, okay. So CD2O, what does it mean? It is actually formaldehyde. Okay. If I write HCHO, everybody can understand. Then there is no puzzle in the question. Okay. To make this, first of all, he wrote it as a CH2O. HCHO is formaldehyde and replaced this formaldehyde with the deuterium CD2O. Okay. So CD2O is not a new compound, old compound, just it is question is made complicated by using this type of molecule. And one more thing you have to make sure that here it is in the calories. Once you change the value in the units in the calories, there is a change in the units of the universal gas constant. Okay, and 1000 Kelvin. The change in entropy associated with cooling, okay, of 32 grams. See, here if I use CD2O, then you will be confused. Now you can take it as a 2 atomic mass. Mass of the atomic mass of the hydrogen is 1 and deuterium is 2. So this will make a difference for calculating molar heat capacity. Okay, and cooling is done from 1000 to 100 Kelvin. Okay, 1000 to what Kelvin? 100 Kelvin. Okay. So try this out. I will erase these options now for the time being. Then you will come to know about the solution. Here I will tell you delta S is equal to 2.303 N into Cp log T2 by T1. This is the formula you have to use. Okay, log T2 by T1. Here it is cooling. So during cooling, what will be the sign of? See, options were so confusing with the same value. Everywhere it is 2 point or 23 point and plus minus. Okay. So you have to solve it with very carefully with specially decimal places and sign. Okay, during cooling entropy will increase or decrease. Very good, negative sign. During cooling what happens? Entropy decreases because molecules kinetic energy decreases. Okay, so answer will be, if you substitute T2, you should substitute as 100 from 2. Okay, T1 will be 1000 and N will be molecular mass is 12 plus 12 plus 4 plus 16. Okay, 32. So that means 1 mole. Okay, N is equal to how much? 1 mole. And this is going to create the main problem, that is minus. Okay, so answer will be 23 point. B option will be correct, which says that 23.03. Okay, units will be calorie because R here it is given in calorie. Okay, calories degree inverse. It is Kelvin inverse, degree inverse don't make any difference. Okay, but this will make a difference. Okay, in case of the entropy questions, when specially sign is to be calculated, sign is to be find with respect to the equation, your concentration should be at the foot. Okay, what is the physical state? Depending on the physical state only, you can assess the, if the solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and uh, crystal to amorphous, pure to solution, like that. Everything was clearly explained in my theory lecture. So if you are not attended the theory lecture and not attentive, attending with attentiveness is very important, and making the proper notes and applying that to notes to the questions. These are all the very important steps of success. Okay. So here, first example, solid, gas, aqueous. Okay. So here, gas is cancelled with gas. Sorry. Here, gas is cancelled with gas. Okay. And how many? 2 moles. 1 mole is left over. Okay. And solid is converted to aqueous. Understood? So what will be the option? Not negative, positive he want. Understood? So 1 mole of gas converted into aqueous. Aqueous is more important because Na2 plus 2Cl minus. You are getting 3 moles of ions. Okay, and gaseous, which is here it is liquid and here it is what? Gas. So left side gas, right side liquid. So what will be the change? Delta S to be negative, entropy of product minus entropy of reactant. To keep this negative, entropy of reactant should be more. Okay, so entropy of product should be less, but here it is not negative, so that means it is positive. Okay, entropy, to keep entropy positive, entropy of product should be more and entropy of reactant should be less. Okay, question is about not negative. So not negative means it should be product entropy should be more. Okay. Here you can simply, it is just like a common sense. 1 mole of HCl and in gaseous state the number of ions are less. But here NaCl2 aqueous, how many? 3 moles of ions. And here 1 mole gaseous molecule. Okay. So definitely entropy of product will be more here and less here. So more entropy to less entropy, this is going to be positive. So answer is what? A. Let us check any other problem is there with this or not. Okay. Now let us see here. Here how many moles? 4 moles gas. Here how many moles? 2 mole. So which principle? Less product, more reactant. Okay. So this will be negative, and here balanced, whether the reaction is balanced or not. Very important thing is ammonium chloride is a solid. Okay, and here what it is, so 2 moles of gases is combining to form solid, so entropy of product is less as it is a solid, reactant is more. Okay, now let's come back to the here, see, solid. If this is aqueous, then we will count. Then we will count regarding the what? Number of ions. But here specially, see, every small s makes a lot of difference. Okay. So solid and solid. So product entropy is less. Reactant H2O liquid H plus O minus. Otherwise, simply you can consider liquid also. Okay. So here less entropy of product, more entropy of reactant. Answer will be negative. But question is not negative. That's why only option left over is A option. Why only A option? Is it understood? Okay, here is a next question. When 1 mole of an ideal gas is compressed, when 1 mole of ideal gas is compressed to half of its initial volume, that means V2 is equal to 2V1. Sorry, V1 by 2. V2 is equal to V1 by 2 and simultaneously heated twice. That means T2 is equal to 2T1. Then entropy changes. So in this question, you have to use two formulas. What are the two formulas? One for compression, one change, okay, entropy change. Another is for temperature, okay, heated twice. So these two formulas, when you combine, you will get one of this option. Okay, use two formulas, substitute values, n is equal to 1 and v2 is equal compressed, so v2 is equal to v1 by 2, and in another formula related to temperature, t2 is equal to 2t1 and t1 will get cancel, v1 v2 v1 and will get cancel. Then you will get to finally simplify according to the option. Your option, you need not to find the final answer, simplify according to the option. Okay, this is the formula. This corresponds to temperature change. This value corresponds to which change? Temperature change. Here temperature heated to twice. So 2 into T1. So ln2 you will get. Okay, I am writing ln. So if you want answer, actually answer is in ln only. That's why I wrote it as a ln. Otherwise 2.303 log it will be. Okay. So 2T1, so ln2, Cv into ln2 plus R into ln, V2 by V1. So this will be 2 to the power of minus 1 because V2 is equal to V1 by 2. So 1 by 2, 2 to the power of minus 1. Because of this, this ln2 will come here. Okay. So what you will finally get, Cv is left over here minus R is left over here. Why minus is it understood? So answer is D, not B. Answer is what? D. Is it understood? Because V2 is equal to V1 by 2. So this will be 10 to the 2 to the power of minus 1. So minus 1 will come here. Okay. Okay. Here the heat of vaporization of ammonia. Okay. I am warning you. I am giving you hint. There is some problem in this. Okay. So if you are not careful at that problem, then you will land up in wrong answer. Okay. And boiling point also very problematic. If you are not habituated to that values, then there is a problem. Estimate the entropy change of liquid ammonia. That means NH3 liquid to NH3 gas during this. What is the entropy change? If you are not into these two traps, you will definitely get the answer. Very easy question. Try and check my video solution. So hint also I am giving, heat of vaporization. That means it is Q reversible isothermal at boiling point. Actually boiling point it will be at equilibrium and reversible. Okay. So Q reversible is given and T is given. Okay. And what he want? Delta S, direct formula. Okay. So at least now you should get, only thing there are some problems in these two values. Look up for that very carefully. I am kept on telling you there is a problem. Okay, what is that problem? Here it is kilojoules. Okay, and options you see they are in joules. Always remember enthalpy will be in kilojoules, entropy will be in joules. Because of this little fact, people are losing their marks. Okay, so you convert it into the joules. Okay, so 2 1.7 into 1000, that is one problem. Second problem, what I told you, in temperature, don't substitute ever and ever. Substitute temperature directly in degrees Celsius. Okay, so you should convert 273 minus 33. Then you will get the answer. What is answer? Answer is 90.5. What is answer? 90.5 Joule Kelvin inverse. Okay. Is here. Please do it with care. Okay. Oxygen gas weighing 64. Immediately you should convert this to something else. Expanded from 1 atm, that is P1 or P2, and 0.25 P1 or P2, 30 degrees it is to be converted. Entropy change delta S you have to find out. Options are given, try, then listen to my explanation. Okay, here this is the formula for this question. Delta S is equal to 2.303 NR log P1 by P2. Okay, so 2.303 into 2 into 8.314 into log 1 upon 0.25. This can be treated as log 4. And how to solve log 4? Then log video. Okay, so check with the how to solve log questions without log tables. Okay, is it understood? So after substituting, what answer you are getting? After substituting N2, how I got it is simply 64 by people are substituting as 4 moles, not 4 moles. Oxygen means 32. Oxygen gas molecular mass you have to take 32. Okay. So here 32, 64 by 32, 2. R value I have taken as 8.314 because units are in joules. Okay, and log P1 is from and to. From will be P1, to will be P2. Okay, so after simplifying, what answer I will get? 23.1. What answer I will get? 23.1. Okay.